You know what I'm talking about? What's good with the people, man? It's your partner, man. Who? It's your partner, man. Who? You know what I'm talking about? It's your partner, man. Who? You know what I'm talking about? What's good with the people, man? How's y'all doing on this What You Wanted Wednesday, man? You say What You Wanted Wednesday? What you talking about, bro? Oh, we gonna get into it, but before we do that, what's good, people? Like, hee hee, ha ha, man. Ken in the pen, man. All my folks incarcerated, all my folks who ain't, man. Everybody on the bottom of that thing, everybody on top of that thing. Keep their head up, man. You know what I'm talking about? Keep pushing. We gonna get to it to get to it, man. You know what I'm talking about? Swing that finger, young man. Real Wide INC, Real Wide Incorporated, Real Wide, man. They say what that mean. Hi, man. It mean everybody included. And Dugu, Mike, Cutthroat, Lil Rude, not Lil Rude, Lil Rude, you know what I'm talking about? Tata the player, that's who comes next. Same thing, bro. Everybody on the bottom of that thing, everybody on top of that thing. Keep their head up, keep pushing. We gonna get through it to get to it, man. Let's get through them disclaimers, man. Now, good brother like myself, man, I don't promote no drug users, drug sellers, alcohol consumption. Don't take a sip of the sippage. You know what I'm talking about, man? A good brother like myself, man, I don't promote no crime. I don't promote no violence. I don't promote no domestic violence. Keep your hands off them people. You know what I'm talking about? I don't promote no negativity. No, man. Man, I don't promote shit. All I promote is y'all go ahead, do what you're gonna do with your time, young ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you find the right thing, do with your time, young ladies and gentlemen, because we don't know how much of it we got, man. But a good brother like myself, man, I ain't prejudiced, no, man. A good brother like myself, man, I ain't got nothing against the sexually different, man, no, man. A good brother like myself, man, I ain't got nothing against the little people, no, man. Me, man, I ain't got nothing against nobody. They was talking to me, man, I just love me some everybody, man. You know what I'm talking about? As a matter of fact, man, I'm on a quest, man. You know what I'm talking about? Bringing that peace. You know what I'm talking about? That joy. You know what I'm talking about? That live. What you say, really live? Back to YouTube community, man. You with me? Hey, check it out. Psst, psst, psst. Come mess with a brother one time, man. Man, what's good with the people, man? How's you doing on this What You Wanted Wednesday? You say What You Wanted Wednesday? What you talking about, bro? Just that right there. We gonna get into it, man. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out all the real marks with fake love. Yeah, they say, why do you fuck with it like that? Because if I don't, ain't nobody else is, man. What's good with the people, man? How's y'all doing on this What You Wanted Wednesday? You say What You Wanted Wednesday? What you talking about, bro? Just that right there, what you wanted. You know what I'm talking about? Somebody gonna say, no, bro, I don't know what you talking about. Cause just us as people, you know how we is, bro. You know what I'm talking about? We always crying about some shit that we wanted. You know what I'm talking about? We just do, bro. You know what I'm talking about? We always crying about some shit we act like we wanted, man. You know what I'm talking about? I've been telling y'all this forever, man. You'll fuck around and pray for something, and you'll complain about that shit after you get it, man. You know what I'm talking about? I told y'all, man, if God was here right now, folks, y'all be talking shit about God, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Let God be down here, bro, and tell one of you bitches y'all can't wear some eyelashes or you ain't supposed to be putting that shit on your head, man. You'll cuss God out about that wig, bitch. I ain't bullshitting with you. You'll cuss God out about them eyelashes. You'll tell God he don't know what he talking about. You know what I'm talking about? Even though he created you in his own image. We some straight out of comic book, bro. What You Wanted Wednesday. You know what I'm talking about? But that's what we do. And we've been doing that shit since we was kids. That's why we never listened to our parents and shit. Or we never listened to people when they, you know how you'll be little or something, bro. You'll have a boyfriend or a girlfriend or something, bro. Your uncle or your daddy, mama, somebody told you that person ain't good for you. That nigga right there ain't no good. That bitch right there, she ain't no good. And you sitting around there trying to fight your family and shit, talking about you in love and shit. You know what I'm talking about? You done went against your whole family for this punk motherfucker. Next thing you know, that motherfucker break your heart or they do something. Then you somehow want some sympathy. You over there crying, you know what I'm talking about? When everybody done told your punk ass what it was from the beginning. But what you wanted, you know what I'm talking about? You wanted to do that, then you wanted because that's what we do, what you wanted. We want to do what we want to do. Then somehow if that shit don't work out, we gonna need some sympathy. You know what I'm talking about? On some real shit. We gonna need some sympathy. What You Wanted Wednesday. That's why if you knew like I knew, Man, you just handle your own business. It ain't even no work complaining about nothing, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Because 9 times out of 10, whatever you was doing, that's what you wanted to do in the first place. Because us as people, we act like we live like there's such thing as do-overs and shit. Fuck wrong with you, bro? Niggas is weird, folks. Niggas is weird, bruh. Niggas just riding around on the scooter looking at them. Niggas is weird as a motherfucker, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? Fuck you looking at, bruh? I'm not gonna look at you that long, but what's up, bruh? You know what I'm talking about? Niggas is crazy, folks. I don't know what's wrong with us, bruh. I don't. The fuck you looking at me for, nigga? You know what I'm talking about? I don't pose no threat right now. You know what I'm talking about? You could be out here minding your own business, folks. I don't know what's wrong with us, folks. You know what I'm talking about? That's how you get knocked down, folks. Just like that there, folks. You don't know what nobody going through, bro. You don't know where my head at right now, bro. You know what I'm talking about? God damn, blood. We play too much, man. I ain't bullshitting with you. Yeah, I ain't bullshitting with you, folks. Nigga sat right there on the scooter just looking at nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Something straight out of a comic book, folks. All that for what, bruh? You know what I'm talking about? I ain't got nothing but love. All that for what, bruh? My uncle told me that a long time ago, though, bruh. Like, he said, nephew, these niggas will make you do something to them. Shout out Squeaky and Lenny. You know what I'm talking about? R.I.P. both of my uncles and Nunny. You know what I'm talking about? But what you want Wednesday, bruh? And we have a habit as people, bruh, just want shit that we don't even want. You know what I'm talking about? We think we wanted it. You know what I'm talking about? Then we go over there and we act like it's a do-over. We act like, because most of the time, the shit that we want, we done fucked everybody else over to go get it. You know what I'm talking about? Or if we ain't fucked them over, we done treated them shitty. We just didn't, you know what I'm talking about? We done treated people like we don't want to be treated. You get what I'm saying? What you want Wednesday. Most of the time when we going for what we want, we done treated a whole bunch of other people fucked up. You know what I'm talking about? Kind of like y'all do when y'all get some money or you get a little bit of the game be going good for you and shit, and you be running around here treating people like Adolf Hitler and shit. You know what I'm talking about? Then all of a sudden when it's bad, you want some sympathy again. What you want Wednesday? We be something straight out of the comic book. I ain't bullshitting with you, man. But us as people, we act like the world, like we just full of shit. If you really want to keep it real, that's why we be doing all that complaining. We be complaining, so we don't actually have to put in the work. Because the shit that you complaining about, I guarantee if you just put in the work, that shit that you complaining about wouldn't even be a complaint. No, we complain about shit that we don't got or we ain't ready to do. You know what I'm talking about? That's why we always hating on people too. That's why we always looking on people trying to figure out why God didn't bless them. You know what I'm talking about? We'll never tell you the motherfuckers over there, they been working hard as a motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? Why we ain't been doing nothing but talking about them. Because that's how we fuck with it on this earth. What you want Wednesday? We'll get, I told you, we work from leverage now. You know what I'm talking about? So we be actually just waiting to have something that you don't have. So with the shit that we have that you don't have, we can use it against you some kind of way. We could use that shit as leverage some kind of way. You know what I'm talking about? That's just like if we both got cars and nigga, you catch a flat or something. Now I'm the only person with a car. I'm gonna use my car as leverage some kind of way. You know what I'm talking about? You either gonna have to do what I want you to do, kiss my ass some kind of way for you to get a ride. You know what I'm talking about? Even though before I had my car before you and I just gave you a ride. You know what I'm talking about? It didn't come with no special requirements and all that shit. You know what I'm talking about? You just got a ride because we was going to the same place. You get what I'm saying? But now let the shoe be on the other foot. A motherfucker gonna try to make you seem like you gotta be thankful for the ride, bruh, because people just weird. You know what I'm talking about? That's why when the game on you, that's why I told you, if you care, you a goddamn fool, folks. Because everybody gonna act right when the game on you and you can do something for everybody. It's when you don't got nothing. It's when you gonna see how everybody really feel about you. You know what I'm talking about? Because there's people, for whatever reason, that's just broke-minded shit. Shit we've been watching our mamas, daddies, aunties, and them doing this shit. You know what I'm talking about? We just weird. You know what I'm talking about? That's why it ain't no more family no more. That's why we just weird, bruh. How the fuck you gonna have family when everybody for theyself? How the fuck you gonna have family when it's gonna be love when I'm ready to tease you about your shortcomings? You know what I'm talking about? Where is the love ever gonna come from? Because these people ain't thankful, folks. Not these people today, bruh. Well, y'all be talking about the modern bitch. I'm gonna say the modern person. Yeah, the modern person ain't thankful, bruh. These modern ways, I ain't gonna even say the modern person. The modern ways, you know what I'm talking about? These modern ways motherfuckers got out here, bruh. Motherfuckers ain't thankful. They just using you for what they could, what benefits them. You know what I'm talking about? They trying to use you for what benefits them. Why you think everybody always trying to hurt your feelings with something they say? You know what I'm talking about? Notice how nobody ever tries to big up you. They only try to hurt your feelings. Nobody ain't gonna never say that you didn't, nobody will ever give you credit for what you did. They will only try to discredit you. I've been telling you that. That's why if you said you had some money back in 1988, they gonna say that was then. What is you doing now? But you could have got your ass whooped in 1972 and we could still talk about that, even though that's older than the money you had. You know what I'm talking about? See, that money you had gonna be old because it paints you in a good light. But that embarrassment you had 10 years prior to that, that's gonna live forever, bruh. Because your embarrassments will live on forever, and your accomplishments, they gonna be short. They gonna discredit that. They gonna try to act like your accomplishments never happened. They gonna minimize them. Oh man, that ain't nothing. You know what I'm talking about? They ain't gonna use that philosophy though on you. You might have got your ass whipped now. You be back then though, but you might be well seasoned right now. You know what I'm talking about? They ain't gonna give you that credit though. They ain't gonna say you got your ass whipped in with how much ass you whooping right now though. You know what I'm talking about? They ain't gonna use that same philosophy. The philosophy they use is always gonna paint you in a bad light. What you want Wednesday, man. What you wanted. And a lot of times we just end up complaining about what we wanted. Because to keep it real, bruh, we're ruled by anger. So depending on how angry we is or how mad we is, it's gonna be dependent on what we want. You know what I'm talking about? What you want Wednesday, man. So depending on depending on what you man, I thought that was my nigga Money Ball. You know what I'm talking about? I thought that was my nigga Money Ball, man. We was finna do the food, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? That's a brave woman right there. I ain't bullshitting with you. She from another country. This nigga crazy right here is a motherfucker. That's a brave woman right there, though. You say, why is she brave, bro? Because you know how when motherfuckers be, like, asking for money and shit, she wasn't even scared of nothing. She opened her purse up in front of them. That's how you know she probably got something on her, though. I ain't bullshitting with you, or she know something. You know what I'm talking about? She just, yeah, she didn't give a fuck. Most people be real cautious and shit about opening their purse, letting you see that they have some more money up in that motherfucking shit. You know what I'm talking about? She wasn't even tripping. That's how you know she was confident about her game. On some real shit. Or just naive as a motherfucker. She looked a little bit too old to be that naive, though. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, what you wanted Wednesday. And a lot of times, I'm gonna keep telling you, we end up complaining about the shit that we wanted. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't bullshitting with you. Yeah, we end up complaining about the shit we wanted. It's like I said, we ran by anger. So we just get mad, you know what I'm talking about? The shit y'all be doing these days, bro, like a bunch of kids. You know how you'll get mad at a nigga, then you'll go find some people he don't like and shit, and you'll act like you fucking with them, and you'll try to make sure that it get to the person that you don't like because you want them to see you fucking with the people they don't fuck with, trying to get up under a nigga's skin like a bitch, the same shit the bitch used to do when she used to get mad at you. She'll try to go fuck somebody that you didn't like or something, trying to get up under your skin. Bitch, you ain't did nothing but yourself, bitch. You trying to make me mad, bitch. You ain't heard the rumor. Them niggas over there got that shit, bitch. You know what I'm talking about? Go ahead. You can never get back at nobody, bruh. You only gonna diminish yourself. You know what I'm talking about? You ain't gonna never get back at nobody, bruh. I just like how niggas and bitches used to play them games and shit. I'm gonna fuck on the bitch, you gonna fuck on the nigga, bruh. You don't do nothing but diminish yourself. You know what I'm talking about? The best thing you could do is just leave a bitch alone or leave a nigga alone. You know what I'm talking about? Because all you gonna do is sit out there and play that game with that raggedy bitch or that raggedy nigga, and you just gonna diminish yourself. You know what I'm talking about? So when you don't even fuck with them no more, everybody else gonna see the way you was out here moving, and they gonna be skeptical of you. You know what I'm talking about? You don't never diminish your character thinking you getting back at somebody, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? Because all you gonna do, because you on stage, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you on stage. So that shit we be thinking we be doing, and we be thinking that shit be, you know what I'm talking about? We be thinking that shit be some shit. You don't do nothing but diminish your character, folks. You know what I'm talking about? You ain't doing nothing but you put yourself on display out here for everybody else. All you doing is gonna make it hard on yourself for somebody to believe that you real. You know what I'm talking about? They just gonna see you, they gonna see you for what you doing, you know what I'm talking about? I ain't bullshitting with you. You know what I'm talking about? You take years up off your character like that, folks. Trying to get back at somebody with that petty shit. You know what I'm talking about? You just move like the boss motherfucker you is, bro. You just move like the integrity inside you. What you wanted Wednesday, you know what I'm talking about? Because a lot of us, bro, we do that shit. You know what I'm talking about? Because we don't know what the fuck we want. So we just like that pregnant bitch. One minute we want pickles, the next minute we want peanut butter. You know what I'm talking about? We just like that. That's how we be out here moving. Because us, don't know who we is. You know what I'm talking about? That's why we never happy. You know what I'm talking about? That's why we always upset. That's why when we see other people happy, we upset. That's why when we see other people with shit, we be envious and mad and shit. That's why we be feeling like when we see other people with shit, that's why we feel like they don't even deserve that. You know what I'm talking about? That's why we feel like that. What you want Wednesday, you know what I'm talking about? Because it got more to do with you than them other people. Because like I said, if you one of them motherfuckers that complain, that's just like you sit here, bruh, and you continuously tell yourself, nigga, that, nigga, you sit right here, nigga, and you tell yourself that, you tired, you don't want to do nothing. If you continuously telling yourself that you tired and you don't want to do nothing, bruh, when are you ever going to do something? Your body going to react to that, bruh. If you tell yourself that you tired, when are you ever going to have energy? You know what I'm talking about? That's why I tell you, we really be lazy-minded because we really don't want to do nothing but what we want to do. That's the only time we have energy. You know what I'm talking about? But if it's about something that we don't really want to do, bruh, we going to be lazy with it. You know what I'm talking about? That's why shit always have done. You know what I'm talking about? That's why when it come to, like, nigga, if it came to some dope, bro, it wouldn't even be no more dope left. You know what I'm talking about? But if it came to washing dishes, it'd still be something in the sink. I ain't bullshitting with you. That's how we fuck with it as people. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody got shit that's important to them. You know what I'm talking about? What you wanted Wednesday. But like I said, bro, we move off so much anger now that we be all over the place with it. You know what I'm talking about? Because we just always mad. And every time we mad, we just want to do something to get in your way. We just want to say something to hurt your feelings. You know what I'm talking about when we mad. We just want to do something to so you can get it. I told you, we be trying to be your karma. You know what I'm talking about? What you wanted Wednesday. So I could always be the victim, basically. You know what I'm talking about? Something always happen to me. I always need some sympathy. Because I told y'all we want to be babied. And we want you to do what we want you to do. You know what I'm talking about? What you wanted Wednesday. You know what I'm talking about? That's why when y'all be out here talking about that marriage shit, that shit be sounding... Y'all some straight out comic book, bruh. Y'all don't even know how to deal with people. You can't even deal with yourself, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? Just us as people, I ain't bullshitting with you. We like to deal with people from the aspect of us getting our way. That's why y'all end up around the people that you be around. You know what I'm talking about? Because that's what we really be looking for. Somebody that's gonna let us do what we want to do. You know what I'm talking about? Not really question the shit. And then if we start questioning that shit, we gonna make it seem like you nagging or you know what I'm talking about? Because us as people, we just got a problem with accountability. You know what I'm talking about? And whoever, because us as people, we like to go somewhere where we could do shit and we could tell you why we did it. You know what I'm talking about? We like to be in them environments. So it don't really matter what I did. I could just tell you why I did it. You know what I'm talking about? You know how the world run now. What you wanted Wednesday. And as people, that's why most of the time we always end up crying and complaining about the shit we said we wanted at first. Because we really don't be real with shit. We just be trying to get our way, bruh. I ain't bullshitting with you. And when we don't get our way, we gonna start talking about you. I ain't bullshitting, nigga. What you wanted Wednesday, man? Why you think everybody talk about everybody now, bruh? You could just go your own way. You could. It ain't nothing to be said about nothing, bruh. You could just go your own way. You don't even have to, because a motherfucker be trying to be your karma. Motherfucker be trying to be the reason because they everybody zapped up in this worldly shit, and they think the more people I can get to laugh at you or feel the same way about you that I do, like somehow that like that's some kind of victory or something, like I won. You know what I'm talking about? If I can get somebody, we something straight out of comic book, bro. I keep telling you, you could talk about people all you want to, that ain't gonna do nothing about you. But what about you? Even if you right, what about you? Because that's the shit you need to change. You know what I'm talking about? Talking about somebody else ain't gonna change the shit you is. You know what I'm talking about? Those are real shit, nigga. But what you wanted Wednesday, man? And like I said, you know how we fuck with it. We be running around here hella fake. You know what I'm talking about? So we already then got a bunch of shit in our head. We already don't like you some kind of way, or some shit you do irritate. You know what I'm talking about? We already got some of that shit right there up inside of us. You know what I'm talking about? But we just wait till we get mad so we can say all that shit. You know what I'm talking about? So we can act like we mad, and that's why we said that. You know what I'm talking about? We really didn't mean it. We some straight out of comic book, folks. I ain't bullshitting with you. What you wanted Wednesday, you know what I'm talking about? But you always get what you want, you know what I'm talking about? I ain't bullshitting with you. Yeah, you always get what you want. Just most of the time you don't want it, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, most of the time you get tired of it. What you wanted Wednesday, you know what I'm talking about? You gonna start complaining about it. Somehow the shit that you know what I'm talking about, when you didn't have it, you just died to have it, you know what I'm talking about? Then when you get that shit, you don't want it, you know what I'm talking about? You just don't know who you is, so you don't know what you want. You know what I'm talking about? And everybody who don't know what they want, I'm gonna tell you what you should ask for: a mirror. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody who don't know what they want, who they is and shit, you should ask for a mirror. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you should ask for a mirror. But what you wanted Wednesday, man. And bro finna get on up in traffic, you know what I'm talking about? You know what the day will bring. But what you wanted Wednesday, man. You know what I'm talking about? Cause we have a just us in the world, nigga. We act like we could nigga, we just act like the world revolve around us. 1 minute we want shit, then the same shit we wanted, nigga, we complaining about it. You know what I'm talking about? Just like somebody could tell you something, but you'll go out your motherfucking way to prove them wrong. Then when they was right, you want sympathy. You know what I'm talking about? We just play a dirty game, folks. Because we really just big ass kids. And we really don't care about nothing. We just be saying shit. We just be talking about God. We just, oh man, we don't care about none of that shit, bro. We just care about getting our way. We care about you agreeing with us. You know what I'm talking about? We care about being right, and we care about getting our way. What you wanted. You know what I'm talking about? And even when you get your way, you'll complain about it. You know what I'm talking about? On some real shit. Even when you get your way, you'll complain about it. You know what I'm talking about? Because we just like big ass kids. We like that kid on the Twilight Zone that was sending motherfuckers to the cornfield and shit. You know what I'm talking about? We get tired of playing with shit. We'll send you to the cornfield if you disagree with us and shit. You know what I'm talking about? We something straight out of the comic book, fuck. I ain't bullshitting with you. What you wanted Wednesday? You know what I'm talking about? And all you want is your way. Just us as people. We trying to get somewhere, bro, where we could do the less and get the most out of doing the less. You know what I'm talking about? We like to be at grandma's house in the real world. You know what I'm talking about? We like to be where we ain't really got to do nothing. Somebody gonna baby us and shit. Grandma's house. That's what we like to do in the real world. We like to be somewhere, oh, you know what I'm talking about? They always going, you know what I'm talking about? We can never do no wrong. That's what we like in the real world. We want to be somewhere where we don't have to work and just collect money. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I ain't bullshitting with you, bro. You know what I'm talking about? What you wanted Wednesday? So just know what you want on some real shit. You know what I'm talking about? Because this life ain't long, folks. And somehow we just act like we got all the time in the world just to figure out what we gonna do. But life really don't work like that. You know what I'm talking about? That's why you motherfuckers always end up somewhere regretting some shit. You know what I'm talking about? Just us as people. That's why we always end up regretting some shit. Because we sit around and play all these dumbass games. You know what I'm talking about? We sit around and play all these dumbass games as people. You feel me? Family members, friends, bitches, niggas. We just sit around and play this motherfucking game like we gonna be alive for, you know what I'm talking about? We play a game as all kids shit, bro, like we still kids. We gonna throw a tantrum somehow to try to get our way, you know what I'm talking about? You know, our kids and all the people be doing it now, we gonna put a kid, I'm gonna try to act like I'm mad at you. Like I could put you on timeout, I ain't gonna talk to you no more. And somehow by me not talking to you no more is gonna make you do what I want. Man, y'all something straight out of the comic book, folks. You know what I'm talking about? I keep telling you, life ain't that long. Your life ain't that long. You know what I'm talking about? That's why most of the time when people die, y'all don't have nothing but regret. And you feel bad and shit because when the people was alive, you didn't do nothing but treat them like shit. Talking about them, using them, you know what I'm talking about? Talking shit, you know what I'm talking about? You know how we do. Then as soon as somebody die, we be the one at the motherfucking casket and shit, acting like we can't go on. But when the people was just there, we didn't give a fuck about them. You know what I'm talking about? That's why y'all be so guilty when people die. I ain't bullshitting with you. Cause y'all know how y'all know in real life, y'all don't be giving a fuck about people. You don't. You just give a fuck about you. Yeah, you just give a fuck about you. What you wanted Wednesday. You know what I'm talking about? And just us as people, most of the time we get what we wanted. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I ain't bullshitting with you, bruh. Most of the time as people, we get what we want. And we still end up complaining about that shit. You know what I'm talking about? I'm telling you, a motherfucker can give you everything you want right now, bruh. That shit'll keep you happy for all of 15 seconds. And then you gonna start complaining about that shit. You know what I'm talking about? Because I told y'all, us as real people, man, we ain't really grateful. You know what I'm talking about? We don't even appreciate the breath we really be having, bruh. To keep it real. You know what I'm talking about? We don't. We don't even be appreciating the motherfucking breath we be getting, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? We don't. We act like we just be somewhere to cause confusion and chaos, man. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't bullshit with you, man. What you want it Wednesday, man. But you gotta be careful, man. You know what I'm talking about? Because most of the time you get exactly what you want. You know what I'm talking about? So know what you want. But what do I know? Only you could prevent forest fires, man. And with that one right there, if you don't remember nothing else, man, always remember, it don't cost nothing. Just to show a little bit of that love.